If someone had told me that after 50 years of marriage, 50 years of sharing a bed, a life, and a name, that I would one day stand in the middle of our living room, stare at the man I once promised forever to, and say the words, "I want a divorce," I would have laughed. I would have mocked the very idea. I would have said, "Not us, never us. We are Charles and Rose. We are the couple everyone else wants to be." But life has a cruel way of surprising you, and sometimes the most devastating heartbreak isn't a loud explosion. It's quiet. It's the silence that grows between two people sitting in the same room. My name is Rose. I am 75 years old. And today, I'm going to tell you how I almost threw away the love of my life. Simply because I forgot how to listen. To the outside world, Charles and I were perfect. We were the sweet old couple holding hands at church. The ones who survived raising 2 children, the economic crashes, the sicknesses, and the long, cold winters. But what people don't tell you about aging is that it changes the shape of love. It started like whispers, small things. Charles telling me which coat to wear because it's windy outside. Charles turning off the reading lamp because it's too bright for your eyes, Rose. Charles constantly reminding me about my pills, as if I were a child who couldn't be trusted. He thought he was loving me, but I didn't feel loved. I felt managed. I felt like a bird that had been kept in a cage for so long, the owner forgot it once had wings. Every time he ordered food for me at a restaurant, a little piece of my dignity chipped away. I started to wonder, does he see me as his wife? Or just a fragile old thing he has to keep alive? One afternoon, the dam finally broke. I was muttering to myself in the kitchen, angry at my arthritis, angry at the rain, angry at him. Charles walked in, his voice soft, almost pitiful. "What's the matter, honey? You're talking to yourself again." That word, again, it felt like an accusation, like he was monitoring my sanity. I snapped. I turned around, a kitchen towel in my hand, and I screamed, "It's all thanks to you, Charles. You're driving me insane with your hovering." I saw his face fall, that look of confusion mixed with pain. He whispered, "Rose, don't say that. It breaks my heart." And you know what I did? I didn't apologize. I looked him in the eye and said, "You're always playing the victim." And I walked away. Not because I hated him, but because I hated who I had become when I was around him. The decision to divorce wasn't sudden. It was a slow death. But the execution, that was cold. We met with a lawyer, Frank. He was an old friend. He tried to talk us out of it, saying we were making a mistake. But I was stubborn. I wanted freedom, whatever that meant at 75. After signing the preliminary papers, Frank suggested dinner. "One last meal," he said. Charles gave a sad, resigned smile and murmured, "Like a last supper." We went to our anniversary restaurant, the place with the velvet curtains and the scent of roasted garlic we used to love. But that night, the air felt suffocating. The waiter approached. Before I could even pick up the menu, Charles spoke up. "Could you dim the lights above our table? My wife's eyes get strained easily." My hand tightened around the napkin. There it was again. Then he looked at the waiter and said, "She'll have the garden salad, light dressing. Anything heavier upsets her stomach." The voices of the people at the next table complaining about the dimmed lights, the waiter's pitying glance, the heat rising in my cheeks. I felt trapped. I felt like a child. I slammed my hand on the table. "Charles!" The restaurant went silent. "I can order my own food. I don't need you to control every single breath I take." Charles froze. His fork hovered in midair. His eyes were wide, filled with a terror I had never seen before. But I didn't care. I stood up, grabbing my purse, my heart pounding against my ribs like a hammer. "I'm leaving," I declared, and I walked out into the cold night air, leaving him sitting there, alone. That night, for the first time in 50 years, we slept in different houses. I thought I would feel liberated. Instead, the silence in my new apartment was deafening. 3 days passed. I ignored his calls. Every time the phone rang, my stomach twisted. I told myself I was being strong. I told myself I was establishing boundaries. Then, on the fourth night, the phone rang again. It wasn't Charles. It was Frank. "Rose." Frank's voice was shaking. "It's Charles. He had a massive heart attack. They're rushing him to surgery." The world stopped. The anger, gone. The pride, evaporated. All that was left was a cold, paralyzing fear. I drove to our house to get his insurance papers. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely unlock the door. The house smelled like him, Old Spice and old paper. It was quiet. Too quiet. As I grabbed his things, I saw it. An envelope on the mantelpiece. "For Rose," it said. It was his handwriting. The same handwriting that used to write me love poems when we were 20. I tore it open. "Dear Rose, if you are reading this, something must have happened to me. I have loved you for 50 years, and I will love you until the moment my heart stops beating. I know I annoy you. I know you feel trapped. But Rose, I dimmed the lights that night because I saw you rubbing your eyes, and I know how much your migraines hurt you later. I ordered the salad because the doctor told me your cholesterol was high, and I was so terrified of losing you to a stroke. I wasn't trying to control you, my love. I was trying to keep you here with me. Just a little longer. I don't know why you closed your heart to me, but I can't imagine a world where you aren't in it." I fell to my knees. The letter soaked with my tears. I had mistaken his fear for control. I had mistaken his clumsy, desperate love for a cage. I was so busy fighting for my independence that I didn't see he was fighting for my life. I ran. I ran through the hospital corridors like a madwoman. When I saw him, frail, pale, hooked up to those beeping machines, he looked so small. I grabbed his cold hand. "Charles," I sobbed. "I read the letter. I'm so sorry." His eyelids fluttered open. He looked at me, weak but smiling. "Rose, you came back." "I never should have left," I whispered, kissing his knuckles. "No divorce. I want us. I want you, even if you turn off every light in the house." A single tear rolled down his cheek. And in that sterile room, we stitched our 50 years back together. He recovered. It was a long road, but we walked it together. I learned something profound at 75 years old. Growing old with someone doesn't just mean sharing wrinkles. It means learning a new language. When we are young, love is loud. It's flowers, it's passion, it's declarations. But when we are old, love is quiet. It's checking your pills. It's dimming the lights. It's ordering the salad so you stay healthy enough to hold hands for one more year. Don't make my mistake. Don't let pride deafen you to the whispers of love. Because sometimes, the person controlling you is actually the only person terrified of living in a world without you. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone you love deeply. And tell me in the comments, Have you ever misunderstood someone's quiet love? Thank you for listening to my story. Please subscribe to the channel to listen to more good stories.